Well, that's it. Ride done for today. I can finally eat some food, some proper food. Um, this morning we weighed in at 60.2 kilos. Just a smidge over a kilo basically in around about a week or so of like completely dialing in stuff. So I'm pretty content with that. I don't feel brilliant, but that's probably down to the session yesterday. Like, it was a big day yesterday, like nearly 5 hours, 260 TSS in total, with obviously that 25-mile time trial late in the day. So like that affected my sleep, that affected my nutrition. I was in big calorie deficit yesterday, to be fair, which probably has contributed to today's lower weigh-in than normal. So just putting that into context. This morning I just had a really light breakfast. Well, I say light, I mean it was still pretty calorie dense because it was quite high fat. I had 4 Ryvitas, the sesame ones, which I will in like a week's time swap for rice cakes. There's a few things I'll swap out actually as I get closer to my goal, closer to the event, and generally the big swaps will be like, you know, just swap out bread. I'll have rice cakes instead of a lot of things, and then things like chicken I'll swap for like white fish. So yeah, there's a few swaps to do, but today I had peanut butter with, and then I just had a banana on my 2 hour 15 ride. Steady away. There was I did 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off of zone 3. So zone 1, zone 3, zone 1, zone 3 alternating. Just to kind of back up what I did yesterday. Nothing too much really, because the power numbers I did yesterday morning were perfect, so it shows them on the right track. You know, just, and the weight obviously coming down like that shows them on the right track. So there's no urgency, there's no rush. If anything, I can afford to like back off training just a touch. You know, there's no need for me to dig myself into a hole. No need for me to feel like extremely tired and do massive blocks of training to bring my fitness on, because my fitness is obviously already there. So just supplementing with losing a few kilos, but I've obviously lost like the first part of it. Anyway, I'm kind of halfway there now, so even though we're like 3 weeks out still, but it's far better to do it slowly and to get down to that weight and then to like just maintain it for like a week, rather than trying to maintain it for like 3 weeks or something, because that's what I do in hill climb season, and hill climb season tends to, you know, you really have to be dialed in for that. So I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say really. Oh, refeeds. I might have a refeed day. So being that my weight is going the right way now and I'm nearly kind of where I want to be, a refeed day is basically what you up your calories, you up your carbohydrate, you keep fat low, you keep protein moderate, but really you just like skyrocket the carbohydrate, and that just saturates your body. Because like what I'm doing now is basically what I'm losing weight, and when I'm in a calorie deficit almost every day, or when I have like a day like yesterday where I was massively in a calorie deficit, like 2,000 calories or something. You know, and the only reason for that is because I'm basically training twice in a day, so it's harder to, you know, when you're obviously out riding, it's harder to get the calories in as you would having big meals. But what happens is, like, when you are constantly in a deficit, your body is your muscles are just, you know, losing glycogen. They're basically shrinking. The whole system shrinks. You obviously get really flat, like your stomach goes flat. You basically suck your stomach in, you just look like a skeleton. But you reduce that carbohydrate, you reduce that glycogen. When you have a refeed day, when your weight is at a certain level, or like for me, if I say right, if I get to 59.5 kilos, I'm gonna have a refeed day, and that's gonna be like not my reward, but that's gonna be like, okay, body, like now's your time to like fill up those glycogen stores, like replenish, and it'll be like a sponge, and I'll put on weight, obviously, like I'll put on like, you know, a kilo, 2 kilos overnight after that refeed, because carbohydrate intake will probably go up to like 8+ grams per kilo, so it'll be like well over like 500 grams or something, which will be rare, but that'll just spike everything. It'll affect my hormones, my hunger hormones, and it'll stop me from feeling so hungry in the days afterwards. And when you start dropping again, you actually come back down to that weight that you were previous to that refeed day very quickly, and then subsequently you can actually drop quickly after that again without it actually feeling like you know, you're restricting yourself too much, just because of the way the refeed helps your body both mentally and physically just recover from that. So that's gonna be it. It's very muggy out, like it actually rained this morning, but it's very like sticky, you know, like the air is like, I'm baked in sweat. I've not even, you know, gone that hard, so this weather is holding on. It's holding on.